It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got a pair of teams who not long ago had more Super Bowls than anybody else. It's the boys and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one a bit high, but it's complete. Still on the move. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ray going to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted 1st overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here comes 3rd and 6. Purdy works out of the pistol. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. Kavontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cowboys offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now here's the longtime star in the league, Zeke Elliott. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Dak gonna run with it himself. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Elliott. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. From his end zone, Purdy. He's into space, past the 15. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Purdy going to keep this one himself. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Purdy on first down. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
One quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. To throw is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Here's Purdy on first and 10. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that.
And he will dive into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Dak to throw. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Open man, that's the veteran Cooks.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To the air again, Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far,
he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Prescott. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Third and 6. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. The outside, complete to Thomas. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. The Cowboys have it. What a demoralizing play. A big chunk coming in the passing game. Looking like they had flipped the field, but then, Greg, the fumble, and the defense comes up with a recovery.
Explosive plays. That's what this offense has been talking about. This is what they've been preaching. But at the end, Mike, you have to protect the ball because otherwise it's all for nothing. That's exactly what happened here. The big pass play is negated by bad ball security, and now the defense takes over.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. It's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and short. Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
On 4th down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This about as short as you can get. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Handoff here to Zeke. Uh-oh. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll run it here with Zeke. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end. Third down, 3 to go. Here's Dak to throw. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From out of the gun, it's a run with Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's Prescott. That one taken in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys are on top. It's 14-10.
14. 49ers 10.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Gray going to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. To throw on 1st down is Purdy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock up.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with Elliott. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Again, here's Zeke. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run Zeke up the middle. And he's going to pick it up. He'll take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.